What's up, YouTube family? My name is Rafael Jermison, aka Stamper. I am the owner and founder of the Stampin Academy, where we help notaries use their stamp to make more money. And for today's video, we're going to show notaries how to complete an advanced healthcare directive and last will and testament. This is sort of like a part two to our previous video on how to complete a power of attorney signing. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure you check out the power of attorney signing so you can learn how to complete a power of attorney. Typically, for these type of signings, only way, typically, if you need to complete, if you're getting requests for an advanced healthcare directive or a last will, it's typically going to be in an estate plan signing, or you may got a call from a consumer who may have a loved one that's in hospice or at a hospital, and they may need to get these documents signed and notarized. Okay, so if you're a notary that's watching this and you're accustomed to doing loan signings and you're pretty uncomfortable with answering the phone because you don't know how to fill out these type of documents, I got you. Okay. So before we continue, please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. I have a goal of trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Right now, we're around 335, 336, depending on when you're watching this video. Yes, hit the link below, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so we can continue giving you this game on how to build your notary business and how to complete these type of documents. All right. So let me share my screen. Let's get right into it. So the first document that we're going to focus on is going to be the Advanced Healthcare Directive. All right. If you're not familiar with the Advanced Healthcare Directive, this document pretty much just allows the principal to select someone else to make healthcare decisions if they're not able to do it for themselves. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. You're typically going to see these documents again in an estate plan signing, or if you're in hospice or any healthcare facility. So let's get right into it. So we have the Advanced Healthcare Directive, right? And we want to learn how to complete this document. So what we want to do is we're going to scroll down, and for part one, where it says medical power of attorney, where it says I choose to and initial and check one, this is going to be up to the signers to choose. This is going to be up to the principal to choose either they have a medical power of attorney or they do not have one. So for your job as a notary, it's not your job as a notary to tell them which one to select because you're not an attorney. Again, this is for the signer or the principal to select which one, and then they'll initial and check it. When we get to the principal, remember, the principal is the person that's giving power of attorney. Okay. So when we get to this section, the principal, they're going to, let's say for the purposes of this video, it's going to be John Doe. John Doe is the principal. You're going to have them print their name here with the mailing address of. You're going to have them print their mailing address, the address that's on their ID, preferably. And you're going to let's see, mailing address. Let's do 123 Main Street, and we're going to do the city of Anytown, and we're going to have them print in the state in which they reside. I live in California, so we're going to do that. And then the zip code, let's do for the purposes of this video, 94605. So that is how the principal is going to complete this portion. It's pretty simple. You're going to have them print their name. You're going to have them print their mailing address, their city, their state, and you have them print their zip code. Okay. So when we get to section B, now this is going to be for the agent. The agent is the person that's being given power of attorney to make these decisions on behalf of the principal. Okay. So again, we're going to follow the same template that we did for the principal. We're going to have Jane Doe. I'm going to have the mailing address of 234 Main Street. And we're going to put Anytown and California, zip code 94605. Okay. So that's how you would have the agent complete this section of the Advanced Healthcare Directive. And then also you want to have them place their phone number on here. Okay. All right. Pretty simple, right? It's not difficult at all. It's all about keeping things simple. Just do what the document tells you. If you do what the document tells you, you're going to be set. Okay. So we're going to scroll down. For this section C, you can leave this blank. Now there are some situations where you may go to the signing and the principal may have already an agent in place, but they also may have a second agent or alternate agent if that's the case. So if you're in a signing where the principal has two agents, in fact, what you want to do is you want to have that alternate agent or the second agent. You're going to have them fill in this information in here as well. Okay. So once you do that, you're gonna follow the same. You're gonna follow the same template you would do for the principal in A and B. You do the same thing in C for the alternate agent. And as we go down, we have part two, the living will. So this is a part two of this document. Again, this is up to, again, I cannot stress this enough. You as a notary, it's not your job to tell them what to specifically print for this type of set for this section. It's up to the signer, their principal, to initial and check this option. Okay. And then once we get to part two, and once they check an option, the principal here is going to fill in their information. You're going to have them print John Doe, their mailing address, the city of where they live, what county they reside in, what's their state. And then for this section, you want to have them print the last 4 digits of their social security number. Okay. And once we get down to life support, so once we get to this section, this is pretty much not for you as a notary, not for you to worry about, because wherever the contents of the document doesn't matter to you as a notary. Your job is to verify that the principal is not being coerced, they're not being pressured to fill out this document, and it's your job to verify that they are who they say they are. So just verifying their ID, making sure their identification hasn't expired. Want to make sure they have the actual right ID and not a fake ID. And then you also want to be sure that if they, because you will be in a situation where you may have a healthcare signing with the elder, and that elder may have a driver license because they may not have been driving or been on the road for some years. They may have let their driver license expire. So it'll be up to you to confirm that, hey, if your driver license expires, just make sure you provide 2 credible witnesses and they present their IDs, and then you're all set. So as long as you verify their ID, as long as you verify that the principal is not being coerced or forced to do this, to fill out these documents, the contents of these documents does not matter to you. Okay. So we're going to let the principal fill out this portion of the document. We're going to let the principal stand by and complete section C. We're going to let them do, if they choose to do. Now, mind you, they don't necessarily have to do all of this in front of you. If they happen to do all this in front of you, then that's cool. You just want to make sure if they do fill these documents out in front of you, you just want to be sure that if they do fill out these documents before you, that they don't sign anything. That's key. Make sure they don't sign anything. Now, if they print their name, that's fine, but don't have them sign anything unless they're present. Okay. So they're going to have this. They're going to provide their signature, print their name. We're going to move on. And then for we get down to this section. Obviously, for this type of document, a witness is required. So you want to confirm ahead of time that they will have witnesses present. Will have a witness present for this document. If they already had these documents before they even called you, more than likely they're going to have a witness present. Okay, but just in case, always ask if they will have a witness present for the advanced healthcare directive or power of attorney, whatever type of these documents that you're going to come across. Have the witnesses provide a signature, have them date it, have them print their name, and then for you as the notary, which is where we come down to our portion of the document where this is acknowledgement. So for an acknowledgement, we don't necessarily need to have them place their right hand up as if this is a jurat. So for this document, we're going to have them, for the purposes of how to fill out an acknowledgement, we're going to put California. Let's say we're in Alameda County. This was sworn on the 20th. And this was in February, year 23. The principal is John Doe. Given under my hand. So this document. So in this particular situation for this acknowledgement, the wording is a little different. Now it has, even though this says this is acknowledgement, this has wording that would apply to this being a jurat. So in a situation like this, what I would recommend that you fill out this document. I would recommend that you fill out this document. Make sure make them put their right hand up. Do you swear or affirm that the statements in these documents are true? They're either going to say yes or no. Have them go through that. All right. What you want to do is have them fill this out. Well, you're going to fill this out and place your stamp on here. And just to be on the safe side, you want to attach a loose certificate. A loose certificate is going to be pretty much a separate acknowledgement form that you can attach to this document. And the reason being is because it doesn't have the California notarial wording. You want to look for that small box that has the California notarial wording. And again, signed and sworn. When I think of signed and sworn, I'm thinking of a jurat, but this has jurat wording in an acknowledgement. So these forms, depending on where they got the forms from, it can throw you off at times. So in situations like this, you want to fill this out, and then also what you want to do is, just my opinion, attach your loose certificate so that way you're covered on all fronts. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you would complete an advanced healthcare directive. All right, pretty simple, right? Not hard. It's all you got to do is just follow, just do what the document is telling you. You don't have to do nothing more or nothing less. As long as you follow what the documents are saying, you're all set. So that's how we'll complete an advanced healthcare directive. So let's get right into it. Let's find out let's go over how to complete a last will. All right, so let's go here. We go to last will. I'm gonna bring this up for y'all in just a second. Let me share my screen. Share screen. Let's get right into it. Sorry, y'all. I'm just getting this thing pulled up. Alrighty, so we got the last will and testament. All right. So again, this is another document that you will see in an estate plan signing, living trust signing, or if you had a signing at the hospital. Now, there are some situations where you may come across a client and they may have the power of attorney. They'll have the durable financial power of attorney, general power of attorney, advanced healthcare directive, and a last will and testament all in the same package. Now, for those type of signings, you can do really well because you're charging to notarize the documents, and you're charging the fee to travel to those clients as well. So for these type of signings, you really much could probably bring in at minimum 100, between 100 125, depending on how you price your services. But you can do really well with these type of signings if they have all these documents in the package. So let's get right in. This is the last will and testament. All right. So what you want to do is, when we come across this document, we want to have the principal sign their name here. So for the purposes of this video, we have John Doe. John Doe is going to print their name here. I, John Doe is the principal. Resident, city of any town, county of Alameda, and they're in the state of California. That's how you're gonna have your principal fill out this top portion of the document. Have them print their name here. You're gonna have them print their name here. They're a resident in the city that they reside, what county they reside in. You're gonna have them print that there. You're gonna have them print the state that they live in. And then as we go down, you want to skip to part 2. So part 2 is for a personal representative. So personal representative is another word for attorney in fact, fiduciary. They're pretty much nominating. They're going to nominate and appoint a specific person as their attorney in fact. Okay. So where it says I nominate and appoint, they're going to print their attorney in fact, who is going to be Jane Doe. She's of any town, county of Alameda, state of California. All right. And that's how you will have them complete this top portion. Now you're going to see here where it says, if my personal representative fails or ceases to so serve, then I nominate. This is again, if they have a second person that they want to nominate or appoint as their attorney in fact, you want to have them print this information in here. Now, if they don't have a second alternate agent, then you should be all good. You can actually skip this portion if they don't have a second or alternate agent. All right. Let me reiterate this again. So have them print the top portion of a personal representative. If they do have an alternate agent, please have the principal fill in this information. If they don't have an alternate agent, you can leave this blank, and you shouldn't get any pushback behind it. We move on to part 3, disposition of property. From my experience, the signers typically don't fill this stuff out in front of me. They typically want to just make sure they want to get their name on the document. They want to make sure they get their fiduciary name on the document and get the document signed and notarized. After you get it signed and notarized, they can do this after you leave. But like I said, just from my experience, I've never had a signer fill this out in front of me. All right. So you can actually leave this blank. If they don't have that information readily available now, you can leave this blank. So let's move on. We're going to go straight down to, and these are just contents that's in the document. What we want to do is focus on the areas as for us notaries that needs to be executed. So we're going to go down where it says governing law. This document should be governed by the laws of the state of. We're going to print California because that's where the signing is taking place. Remember, wherever state that you're performing this notarization, you want to print the state of where that notarization is taking place. Once we get to binding arrangement, I, the undersigned, is going to be John Doe. Now, I said this was John Doe was a principal, but for the last will and testament, John Doe would be the testator. So remember, the person that's setting up the last will and testament, they're the testator, and they're appointing the personal representative to handle their medical financial decisions for end of life decisions. And they're going to put that information here. So John Doe's name is going to go here. His signature is going to go here. You're going to also have John Doe print his name here. And then also you want to make sure they get John Doe gets the date printed in this section as well. So just to recap, we want to have John Doe print his name here, have him dated here. John Doe is going to provide a signature. And then John Doe is also going to print his name as well. Pretty easy, right? So next, we're going to go to this part of this document where this is a jurat. So this would be the jurat portion of this document. So us as a notary, we're going to fill this out. So the foregoing instrument, this took place on the 20th of February 23. Subscribed on each page at the end thereof by John Doe. Remember this name here because John Doe is the testator. You want to make sure that John Doe you want to print John Doe's name here in this section, okay? And then also just to remind you, for the last will and testament, these documents typically require a witness. So if they already printed these documents out ahead of time before they even called you, they should already have witnesses available. Now, if they don't have a witness available, what you can do, that could be an opportunity for you to upsell and be able to increase the money that you will make in this type of signing by providing a witness. If you don't know what you can charge for a witness, I would recommend charging $45 for you to serve to provide a witness. If it's an emergency signing and we absolutely need to get a witness right now, then I would charge on the high end $60. Pretty simple. So for the purpose of this signing, let's say if they do have a witness, we want to have the witnesses provide their signature here, and also very important, please make sure that the witnesses provide their address. Very important that you want to have these documents filled out correctly because these are powerful documents. These can be contested in court, and if these documents are not filled out correctly, you can be in hot water behind it. You could be potentially sued or anything of that nature. So it's really important that just you cover your ass. Pretty much cover your ass. Make sure you fill out these documents correctly. Okay. So as we move on to the testamentary affidavit, what we're going to do here is we're going to put California, County of Alameda. That's where the signing is taking place. Now, before me, the undersigned authority on this day personally appeared testator. So the document is already telling us who we need to print, what we need to place right here. John Doe is the testator. So John Doe's name is going to go here. And then it's also going to say witness and witness. So what does that tell you? That means we need to print the two witnesses. We need to print the names of the two witnesses that's serving for the signing. So we're going to let's just put wit 1. And we're going to put wit 2. Okay. And then John Doe, who's the testator, John Doe is going to provide a signature here. And the two witnesses are going to provide a signature here and here. And that's how you complete the testamentary affidavit. Now, as we go on, again, this is a jurat. So once they sign, this is what you want to do. Have them place their right hand up because this is a jurat. Make them put their right hand up, and you're going to say the following. Do you swear or affirm that the statements in these documents are true? They're going to either say yes or no. They shouldn't say no, but they're going to say yes. After they say yes, you have them put the hand down, say thank you. You're going to fill this out. So jurat, 20th February 23, and you as a notary are going to provide your signature. You're going to put the date that your commission expires, and then you're going to place your stamp. You're then going to have all the witnesses. You're going to have the testator. You're going to get their signatures and a right thumbprint in your journal. You're going to leave the documents with the signers, and then you're all set. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you complete a last will and testament. So after watching this video, you now know how to complete an advanced healthcare directive. You know how to complete a last will and testament. You should be more than confident in your abilities to answer the phone. And whenever you get a request for a signing at a hospital, healthcare setting, hospice, etc., you should be confident in your ability to go to that appointment and to be able to perform these documents with no errors or inaccuracies. Okay. Again, I appreciate you all for checking out this video today. If this video was of any value to you, please like this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. If you want to learn how to increase your business, how to acquire more clients, make sure you join the Stampin Academy. The Stampin Academy is where we help notaries learn how to use their stamp to make more money. If you want to learn how to book estate plan signings, if you want to learn how to perform loan signings, if you want to learn how to do a commercial loan signing, even how to do signings at jails, if you want to learn how to create your first digital product, if you want to learn how to create your own notary signing agency, make sure you click the link in the comments. Make sure you join the Stampin Academy. We have 14 plus hours of notary educational content. You'll also get access to our private community group where we have a group of driven notary entrepreneurs that's hungry, that's ready to do business. They also pass out business to other notaries in our group as well. So make sure you hit the link in the comments. Make sure you join, and let me know how this video went. Did you get any value from this? Let me know. We'd love to hear your feedback. And then before I jump off, I get a lot of questions about how to find these documents and how to prepare and how to actually prepare for these type of signings. So what you want to do is you can go to www.eforms.com and you can literally go to the website, type in power of attorney, last will, testament, and you can actually download these documents for free and just use that as a way for you to practice so you can be prepared when you do get that call. Again, I thank you. I appreciate you for checking out this video. And until next time, y'all, peace.